Marley Jennings was the kind of teenager who found comfort in late-night routines. When the rest of her family went to bed, she stayed awake drawing in her sketchbook, listening to true crime podcasts, or scrolling through videos until her eyes burned. Her bathroom was her favorite place in the house at night. The hot shower, the steam, the music, it was her escape. But about a month before everything happened, she started noticing something strange. Every time she stepped out of the shower, new marks would appear on the bathroom mirror. At first they looked like smudges or streaks, but the more she looked at them, the more they resembled shapes, curves, lines, arcs, like someone had dragged a finger across the fog. She assumed her brother was pulling a prank, but the patterns were too random and too repetitive. No matter how thoroughly she wiped the mirror clean, the same shapes would reappear the next day in the exact same places. One of the foggy marks even looked like the beginning of her initials, an awkward, shaky M. She didn't think much of it at first, chalking it up to leftover oils or scratches in the glass. But then the shapes sharpened, turned more intentional. And one evening, after a particularly long shower, she stepped out to find a sentence written on the mirror, written perfectly backward, like someone had written it from inside the glass. The message read, "Help me see you." Marley froze in place. The handwriting wasn't hers. The letters were tall, thin, almost elegant. Something about the message felt wrong, like a stranger had spoken directly to her without actually being in the room. She wiped it away quickly, her heart pounding, but as soon as she cleared the glass, new words formed instantly, appearing like invisible fingers dragging through the fog. "Don't erase me." She panicked and ran out of the bathroom, leaving the lights on and the door wide open. For the next 3 days, she refused to shower with the door closed. She avoided the mirror as much as she could. But she couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, had tried to communicate with her. Eventually, curiosity outweighed fear. Marley decided she needed proof. On a late Saturday night, she set up her phone on the bathroom counter, angled toward the mirror, hit record, and stepped into the shower. She forced herself not to look at the glass even once. When she stepped out, wrapped in a towel, the mirror was covered in fog, and this time there were no words. Just 2 handprints pressed against the center of the mirror, larger than hers, placed high up, like someone tall had leaned forward with both hands against the glass. Her entire body went cold. She grabbed her phone, stopped the recording, and replayed it. For the first few minutes, nothing happened. The steam built. Marley moved in and out of frame. The mirror fogged up more and more. But around the 4-minute mark, something strange appeared in the reflection. At first it looked like a shadow, but then it sharpened into the outline of a woman. Tall. Lean. Head tilted slightly to the right. But the face was unmistakable. It was Marley. Or rather, it looked like Marley in about 20 years. Same jawline. Same freckles. Same eyes. Just older. And smiling. Not a warm smile, but a slow, patient one, like someone who had been waiting a very, very long time. Then the figure lifted its hand and pressed it against the glass. Fog swirled around its fingers. The same handprint that Marley saw afterward. She dropped her phone, shaking violently. She didn't tell anyone, who would possibly believe her. Instead she tried to convince herself it was a trick of the light, a distorted reflection, maybe a glitch in the video. But that didn't stop the nightmares. Every night she dreamed of standing in front of the bathroom mirror. Her older self stood on the other side, mimicking her at first. But as the dream continued, the reflection stopped copying and started acting on its own. In one dream, the reflection placed a hand on the glass while Marley tried to back away, paralyzed. The reflection leaned forward and whispered something Marley could barely hear, except for the very last word, soon. She would wake up gasping for air, drenched in sweat, unable to shake the image of that smile. The night everything changed started out ordinary. Her parents were asleep, her brother was at a friend's house, and Marley was brushing her teeth in the bathroom. She kept her eyes down, refusing to look at the mirror. But curiosity pulled her gaze upward. She lifted her eyes slowly, and exhaled when she saw her normal reflection. Tired. Stressed. But normal. She almost laughed at herself for being so scared. Then her reflection blinked. Marley didn't. She froze. Her reflection blinked again and then smiled, the exact same smile from the recording. Marley dropped her toothbrush. Her heart hammered so loudly she could hear it in her ears. As she backed away from the mirror, her reflection leaned forward, breath fogging the glass, and new words formed in the steam, "Let me in." Marley lunged forward and wiped the mirror clean in a panic, scraping the fog away with both hands. The glass cleared instantly. And in that moment, she realized she no longer had a reflection at all. The mirror was empty. For a full second, she stood there staring at the blank glass, her brain unable to process what she was seeing. Then a face slid into view from the left side of the mirror. Slowly. Smoothly. Like it had been hiding just out of sight. It was the older version of her. The wrong version. Up close now. The smile gone. Eyes wide. Expression hungry. It pressed both palms to the inside of the glass, fingers splayed, as if pushing against a barrier that was beginning to weaken. Marley screamed and ran out of the bathroom, slamming her bedroom door behind her. She dragged her dresser in front of it, shaking uncontrollably. Her parents rushed to help when they heard her, but by the time they opened the bathroom door, the mirror showed nothing but ordinary reflections. No writing. No handprints. No strange face. They told Marley it was just stress, nightmares, or possibly a panic attack. But Marley knew what she saw. And she knew it wasn't over. She hasn't used that bathroom since. She keeps every mirror in her room covered with blankets. She avoids store windows, car mirrors, even her phone's front camera. Because sometimes, especially late at night, she hears tapping. Soft and rhythmic. Like fingertips against glass. And once in a while, when she accidentally catches her reflection in a dark screen or a window, she sees something over her shoulder. A second face. Older. Smiling faintly. As if waiting for another chance. Marley no longer believes mirrors show who we are. She believes they show who wants to take our place.